Good morning, everybody. I think this is going to be the first video of this vlog. Y'all, this vlog is a mess. I have so many clips. I recorded a full week last week, which I haven't been doing, right? I've been doing midweek uploads, but I've just been swamped, which I said in my last video. Anyway, my storage says I have 4 minutes and 50 seconds, mostly because I just screen recorded like 20 minutes of men's physique at New York Pro. Anyway, Andrea Glass, IFBB Fitness Pro. I am 2 weeks out exactly today from the Legion Sports Fest. I am coming off of, this is obviously if you're new here, coming off of a win at the Emerald Cup Natural a couple weeks ago, or now I guess, yeah, 2 weeks ago. So I'm qualified for Ben Weider. And I got 5th at the Arnold this year. So I am gunning for an Olympia qualifier win. So many second places last year, and I am so close. I honestly, like, not in a what's the word I'm looking for? Not in an entitled way, but I just refuse to believe that I'm not going to qualify for the Olympia this year. I can't even consider that as an option. Now, it could happen, obviously, and if it happens, nothing bad is going to happen to me, but I'm not even going to allow that to be a thought. Good morning, Megan. She has come to work with me today because Ruben's at New York Pro and my mom is competing in this event that we're having. Anyway, so I feel good. A couple days ago, I got spooked on the internet because I was seeing physique updates, and I was like, I am going to get wrecked. Like, I'm going to get 5th place in physique, which I don't think I'm going to get 5th. I might, but after yesterday, when I got a pump, I was like, okay, you're gonna get 2nd in physique, which is honestly, realistically, the highest that anybody that's not Courtney is gonna get. I just think this is in the prejudging round, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but I don't think that I am. In the prejudging round, I think this is a fight for 2nd place. I think that Courtney is gonna smoke everybody. It is what it is. When you come from figure, you already have the figure like look, and I think that fitness, even though we're judged like figure, we don't look like figure. Most of us cannot stand up in a figure lineup. So anyway, all that to say is 2nd is realistically the absolute highest that I could even hope for. And yesterday I was like, oh, I'm getting 2nd. 2 days ago I was like, I hope I'm in the first call out. That's what prep is. So anywho, on my way to this event, it's like all day. It's like 6 hours, but it feels like all day. Just drinking my coffee. I have packed meals. I have water, and I have like a gallon of water that I keep at the gym anyway. Plus, we're right next door to a grocery store if I need it. I'm gonna try to stay fasted at least until like 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's 7:30 right now. At least until 10, because I've been up for several hours. So I just thought that was weird. I was like, so I just don't want to start eating early, because I think once I start eating, I think today, not to like bring on this self-fulfilling prophecy, but for some reason I just feel like today I might struggle with hunger. Mostly because yesterday I hit a wall. Yesterday I was not well. I did not feel good. I was like dizzy. I was just like, I hope this means I'm getting lean. I hope this means I'm getting next level peeled. I just didn't feel great yesterday, so I'm just like kind of bracing for that today. So I'm just trying to hold off on my food as long as possible, because I don't want to run out of food at 2 p.m. Although I do need to stop eating so late. I ate my last meal at like 7:40, 8 o'clock last night, and I'm waking up heavy when I eat that late. So maybe I do need to start eating. I don't know. Anyway, just drinking my coffee, getting to the gym in like 2 minutes. I can't believe we're 2 weeks out. That means the official list comes out in 9 days? A week from Monday. So a week from 2 days from now. And I'm so excited. We've confirmed Abby, even though I can't remember if I said that. Like, I was saying like, oh, this person and this person, this person has like absolutely confirmed online. Hey, yes, good. Beautiful. Come on, y'all. We're going 40 reps here. Good, down. Now your hips up. Are we having this on your leg?
Brandon Hendrickson.
Everybody, May 18th, 13 days out. First of all, I do not have the storage capacity to be still vlogging, okay? I have not edited and saved my other vlog and I'm already like running out of storage. This thing says I have a 20-minute capacity right now. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my tripod. I have a 20-minute capacity right now. I have an hour-long video that I still have to save, so I'm gonna have to get rid of 40 minutes worth. Plus, I'm filming right now. Plus, I'm about to practice and film. Y'all, I'm a mess. I'm a mess, but I'll figure it out. What happens is some stuff like I forget to delete. So I usually have to go back like several months to clear stuff out. I mean, I also have to clear out like random stuff from the last few days, but usually when my storage gets like this, that's when I start clearing out stuff from 2018. Anyway, so I'm at Powerhouse. So you guys know how I said Powerhouse is so far away, like Powerhouse Menifee is so far away, and I don't want to come to this gym because it's a long drive, even though again, it's like 15 minutes, 17. Today, I told Reagan we're going to Powerhouse, and she's like, which one? I'm like, the other one. And she's like, I don't like going to that Powerhouse. It's like as far as Bakersfield. You guys, Bakersfield is a 3.5-hour drive. And I was like, see, I knew I wasn't tripping for thinking that this feels far. Sorry, I was using my tripod yesterday to change like the height and the angle, and now I can't get, there we go, I guess this will do. Anyway, I just thought it was funny that she's like, it feels as far as Bakersfield, and in my mind I'm thinking like, yeah girl, I feel like it's far too, but it's really not that far. It is, let's see, Los Alamos, Clinton Keith, Scott, New, I think it's 3 or 4 exits away. It's like as far as, honestly, it's as far as work for me. It's just the other direction. So I'm about to try to run a practice. Somebody just walked in. She has headphones in though, so I'm still gonna play my music out loud, and hopefully she just doesn't go in my area. But anyway, so I'm gonna run this practice, hopefully get a good full out under my belt, and then I'm going to do back and shoulders. I don't think that I talked about this on YouTube. I mixed up my special pump, and it works, let me tell you. So this is just that pump. I didn't drink coffee this morning, so this also has creatine and collagen in it, which I normally put in my coffee. And then it's just, I mix it with water. I put like a little squirt of Crystal Light, and then I just topped it off with my C4 energy drink. So anyway, routine, back and shoulders, and that's it. Me again, just more vlogging, even though I have no storage space. So just got home from the gym. I didn't have coffee this morning, so I'm gonna make it now. This is me time coffee. You guys know what it is. She actually just sent me, so this is Savor the Moment regular drip ground coffee, but I want to give away for the other one, which I don't know what it's called, but I got another bag, so I'm excited to try that one. But anyway, if you're a coffee drinker, like, and you make coffee at home, you guys, I'm telling you, and I'm not just saying this because like Tony's someone that I rock with, this is better coffee than like Dunkin' or whatever, that Keurig, the popular Keurig one that you get from Costco. It's better coffee because listen, I used to be shady, and I would use the Me Time, but I would let Ruben use like the Costco version. He found out, and now he uses the Me Time too, so we're going through it a lot faster. But yeah, so anyway, that's all. I'm making a coffee, I'm making food. Actually, my meal's already done, so I just have to heat it up, but I'm making food for Reagan. And yeah, great workout, great routine practice. I feel really good today. We are under 2 weeks out, so like this is really the grind time. This is I mean, your entire prep matters, right? Like I've talked about that so many times, like every single rep, every single decision. But this part right here, this is where people can fall apart, or this is where people can really make some major changes to close the gap or to get ahead. So anyway, that's just my plan, is to make this week the best week I've ever had in prep. My cardio intensity is going to go up. If I can manage it, obviously recovery over everything, to be honest, but if I can manage it, my training intensity is going to stay up. I'm going to try to make sure my recovery is the best it's ever been, my water, all of it, because Legion is coming in hot, and again, I feel really good, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing things that help me continue to feel confident. So anyway, that was really all about the coffee, but now here I am, sidebar. Good evening, everybody. It is still Sunday. I'm obviously on the treadmill, or at the hotel, then airport, apartment gym. Reagan, her iPad, her chair. She got everything over there. And there is somebody else in here, but I got to get this cardio finished. And I would normally just do, like a walking pad and a bike at home, but I wanted to do like a little bit higher intensity cardio, and the walking pad is just flat. I don't know how fast it goes, but it can't go that fast if it doesn't have a handle. And there's no incline, and my knees are just kind of bothering me for the bike. Just like that repeated motion started bothering my knees. So anyway, I've done 18 minutes. I'm walking for another 90 seconds, and then I'm gonna do like walk sprint, probably for 10 minutes. Maybe I'll do it for the whole rest of it, which is 20 minutes, or maybe either I'm gonna do walk sprint for 10 and jog for 10, or I'm gonna walk sprint for the entire 20. Either way, I have to finish this. Technically, I only have 5 more minutes of this type of cardio, and I could go home, just get on the walking pad, but you know, we're 2 weeks out. We're gonna push where we can. Ruben's flight got delayed, so he's missing his connection, so he's not flying in until the morning. So I got him switched to also flying to a closer airport. He's supposed to fly into LAX tonight at midnight. And I was like, I asked agent, like, is there anything else in Southern California, Ontario, Orange County, San Diego? All those airports are closer to us than LA. So he's flying into Orange County now, which is only an hour away, and I can go to boot camp in Orange County before I pick him up. So it worked out, other than we were just excited for him to come home. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my cardio. I got like 25 more seconds before I have to start sprinting. So we'll see you guys probably tomorrow. It is May 19th. We are 12 days out from Legion, y'all. 12. We are out of the teens. We are a few days away from single digits. Like, I leave next week. Reagan's birthday party is on Saturday. She has another birthday party on Sunday, which I'm hoping somebody else can take her to, but I don't know. It's only a couple hours. There's another birthday party on Sunday, which is also mine and Ruben's anniversary. I work Monday, I work Tuesday, I work Wednesday, then leave on Thursday for Legion. So it's getting very close. So anyway, last night, the last thing that I said was, I'm going to do 20 minutes. I'm either going to do walk sprint for 10 and jog for 10, or I'm just going to walk sprint for the whole 20. Almost immediately, Reagan's threshold for being in the gym unattended was over. So we left. I did one sprint, and then we left, and then I just finished the night on the bike. Well, I did 10 minutes on the walking pad and 15 minutes on the bike. And so yeah, I'm headed now to pick up Ruben. I can't remember what I said about it in the other video, but anyway, now I just dropped off Reagan at my mom's. My mom's gonna take her to school. I am picking up Ruben, and then I have to pose with Sydney this afternoon, and I am so not looking forward to it. Like, I have not been thinking about it. I completely forgot, and then I was like, when is my posing with Sydney? And then it's today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, I get the same pre-posing anxiety every single time. I've been posing with Sydney for years, and I get the same pre-posing anxiety because I just know it's going to be hard. But I am excited because I've been having like this glute issue that I want her to look at, and Sydney's never seen me this lean. Nobody, 0 people in the world have ever seen me this lean. So I'm, excited to see if that means any changes for my posing. So anyway, I pose this afternoon with her, and then I pose next Monday with her. So yeah, anyway, just driving, going to stop somewhere soon and get gas. I don't really need gas yet, but I'm gonna need gas before I get home, and this area that I'm driving through is probably gonna be the cheapest gas I see on the entire drive. So I'm like, I'm gonna be strategic and fill up in Lake Elsinore and not in LA near the airport. So anyway, not that you guys needed to know that or that you care about that, but yeah, that's where we are. Happy Monday, happy 12 days out. I'll try to pick up Ruben. I'm gonna see how he's feeling, see if he wants to hit legs, or maybe we'll just do legs later. I do have legs today though. That's doing legs is not negotiable. Just seeing if Ruben wants to come with me is the big question mark. Second to last leg day, I guess, unless I do 2 leg days next week like I did last week, but second to last or third to last leg day. We are only, actually I don't want to say, I was going to say we're only X amount of cardio away, but we still actually kind of have a lot of cardio left, so I'm not going to say. Still Monday. This is foggy. I can't tell if it's my eyes or my sunglasses, which are dirty, or the camera. Anyway, still Monday. Me and Reagan are headed to the gym, but we're first going to Grocery Outlet for some goodie bag stuff for her birthday party. So what are we picking out, Reagan?
Candy and snacks.
Candy and snacks.
One candy and one snack.
One candy and one snack. So I already have, what did I tell you is in there? I already have some Hello Kitty and Friends tattoos because it is a Hello Kitty party.
But I get the whole...
Yeah, you get the...
Friends because I'm good. I I'm the birthday girl.
She's a birthday girl, so she gets one of every character. Everybody else just gets one character. I told Ruben, I said, honestly, I don't even know why I'm doing goodie bags. I mean, obviously, I think kids get goodie bags at most birthday parties, but I'm like, the last, like, 3 or 4 birthday parties we've been to, there was no goodie bag, and I didn't miss it. I wasn't like, where's the goodie bag? Like, I don't think that people miss goodie bags. But you know how I am. I'm a little extra. Of course, you know I don't like spending money, so realistically, this is something that I could save on. But honestly, this is like the lowest expense. Like goodie bags for 30 kids, which that's how many have RSVP'd. I'm going to be able to do for, you know, total probably $75, and that's if I'm doing the most. So that's not that much compared to, you know, the bounce house, that's $300. The cake, that's $100. I don't know what else we've paid for. My mom got the special guest. My mom got that. But you know, we still have to feed everybody. We had to pay for the rental of the space. So anyway, all that to say is we're still doing goodie bags because we're not gonna spare any expenses for my baby's 5th birthday party. How is she 5? Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday the 20th, 11 days out. Let's go. My weight was so up today, and I knew my weight was gonna be up by the way that I felt at like 5 p.m. I'm bitter because at like 2 p.m., like right after I got done posing with Sid, of course, I was dying, sweating. Actually, I wasn't dying because I was late to my posing session, so I didn't have a full 30 minutes, but I was kind of dying. Anyway, I was like, okay, we're feeling light, we're feeling tight. But then, like my next 2 meals, I could just feel like you are not moving. These meals, and I could see, I almost took a picture. I should have taken a picture, like at the end of the night, of what my stomach looked like. Like I could tell, like the food did not move. And I was like, this food is not going to break down in any way, shape, or form before the morning. I went to bed at like 1:33, what was it? 1:33.2 or something. And I woke up at 1:32.7. Like a half a pound overnight is crazy town. Like I usually lose at least a pound, sometimes two plus. Like I just knew nothing happened. So anyway, however, the body looks good. Like I always, especially when the scale is up, even if I have to go to work, even if I can't fully put on a posing suit, like, and I just have to pose in my shorts and sports bra, especially when the scale is up, but I try to do it every single day, I pose because that helps me stop spiraling. Like, Andrea, you don't weigh 133 in fat. Like, it's because there is literally food sitting in your stomach that is not going anywhere right now. So anyway, scale is up, but the body is bodying. My shoulders look really good. My legs look really good. The glutes and hamstrings are coming in. Well, the hamstrings are pretty much there. It's just that tie-in. Like, dang, see, I can never be wellness or bikini because if I had to focus so much of my energy, sorry about the lighting, if I had to focus so much of my energy on that damn tie-in, for those who are not in bodybuilding, the tie-in is, it's not a muscle. It's actually just a connection of muscles. It's where your glutes and your hamstrings meet. The way to make your tie-in more prominent, the first way is to get leaner, but also is to get bigger glutes and bigger hamstrings, so that is, you know, more prominent. Like my shoulder cap, she's in there between my shoulder and my bicep, sliced, diced. Tie-in, she's getting there. She ain't quite she's cutting, but with a butter knife. So anyway, but we are definitely getting there. I did legs yesterday. I did not do as much glutes as I wanted to, but the gym was so busy, and I was just like waiting for equipment here and having to switch my exercise there. And I was just like, by the time I finally got to hip thrust, hip thrust is normally like my second exercise because I want to do it before I'm super gassed because it's one of my heavier exercises. I didn't get to do it until my last exercise. And then I normally do like a B stance RDL. And I guess I could have I did do it eventually, but the dumbbell section again was just crazy yesterday. So I did it on this like RDL, like a plate loaded RDL machine thing. And I just couldn't get I couldn't get the spacing right because machines obviously have like a fixed plane of motion. And I just couldn't figure out where I needed to stand so that range of motion worked for me. And then obviously all the squat racks were taken, so I couldn't use the barbell. Like it wasn't a great leg day. I did some great leg extensions and I did some great seated hamstring curls, but that's pretty much the only 2 exercises. Oh, and I deadlifted yesterday. That's pretty much the only 3 exercises that I feel like I got the max out of those exercises. But it is what it is. You can't win them all. My energy felt good, even though I felt dizzy every single set of deadlifts. And I did do hip abduction. We have the booty builder. We have 2 now. So we had the hoist. If you know anything about like commercial gyms and equipment, you know hoist is like janky. Hoist is like what's that gym? UFit. It's like UFit, I think, is like below Planet Fitness not as far as, listen, I'm not going to judge you. If you go to Planet Fitness, love that for you. I met Ruben in a Planet Fitness because I was going there and he was working there. But as far as like, what am I trying to say? Level, like if we're going like entry level to experienced lifting, I would say Planet Fitness is like obviously close to the bottom. It's for people who either don't necessarily care about having a wide variety of equipment, although Planet Fitness does have a decent amount of equipment, but like, or it's just like basic, right? In my opinion, UFit is like below Planet Fitness as far as level of basic. And Hoist is giving main attraction at UFit. Now, obviously, it's also a Powerhouse. There is some pretty, it's not like it's bad equipment. It's just also like, I don't know, it's giving silver sneakers. I don't know. Anywho, and then there's like, you know, Hanada and Arsenal Strength, which are like the people who really, really care about anatomy and physiology and exactly the range of motion and exactly targeting this muscle and isolating that muscle, right? So there's like a range. Anyway, Booty Builder is obviously, that brand is very specific to lower body exercises. So we have a hoist hip abduction and we now have a booty builder hip abduction. So I normally just use the hoist because hip abduction is a pretty basic exercise. But let me tell you, the booty builder one, because you can sit deeper into it, is so nice. And again, I'm sorry if you don't even know what I'm talking about, but if you do know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. The standing hip abduction from Booty Builder I literally texted Ruben, I said, oh, the standing hip abduction is pretty lit. Like, even though I'm not even actually standing in it, I'm sitting deep, but I'm sitting deeper because there's no chair. I'm sitting deeper than I am on the seated one, and that range of motion, so I could get more hip flexion, that range of motion was everything. And I'm so sorry if you don't know anything that I'm talking about. I'm so sorry. What I've not realized, but like I just forget, first off, that my audience isn't all bodybuilders. And second off, which actually is probably the more important, not important, but like the other thing that I really forget, is that maybe not most, but at least that I know of, that I follow on Instagram and YouTube and whatever, most bodybuilders are only bodybuilders by hobby. Like, they have other day jobs and other expertise. So there's like, you know, you can be a bodybuilder and not know a lot about exercise. So sometimes I'm talking on here like, oh, these are bodybuilders. They know exactly what I'm talking about when I say, oh, more hip flexion, more this, that, like, oh, you're retracting your scap, you know, whatever. Like, Cynthia, is it Cynthia? Fit at 50, go watch her. Masters bikini competitor. But she just posted on her YouTube, she's like, yeah, like, I got a cart refeed and the scale went down, and that, you know, that's kind of crazy. And I commented and I explained, like, this is actually why that happened. And I'm like, oh, I forget that there are a lot of bodybuilders who are not personal trainers and who are not who don't specialize in kinesiology and things like that like I do. So sorry if I like completely went off to the side into, like, again, this is also my day job, into that, and you're like, Andrea, you just spent 5 minutes talking about something I did not know what you're saying. Your light is green. Okay. Anywho, training all morning long. And it's a cardio day at Burn, so I'm also going to take it. It's like core strength conditioning, so I'm probably still going to do another 20 minutes of cardio, just because I don't really consider these types of camps a full 45 minutes of cardio. I did not end up doing my 25-minute nightcap cardio last night. I ended up posing instead. I was like, I didn't have time to do 25 minutes of cardio and spend as much time posing as I wanted to without like severely cutting into my sleep, because it was already getting late. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pose. I'm not going to do cardio today. So it is what it is. I feel good about that decision, even though my stomach was protruding. I was like getting super frustrated with that, but it is what it is. Anyway, you guys, that's it. I can't believe we're 11 days out. 11. That is crazy. I would also like to run my routine today, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We're going to see how much time I have to get to Powerhouse in Menifee. If I have time to get to Powerhouse in Menifee before Reagan is out of school. So we're gonna find out, because once I pick her up from school, I have to go do shoulders. I have to lift, and I'm not gonna try to run full outs after lifting. It's just not. It's not smart. If my priority is to have a good full out, I need to do it as fresh as I can. And at that point, I may have already done cardio. I don't want to also have already lifted. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for listening to me talk for 11 minutes. Good morning, everybody. It is still Tuesday. Did I vlog this morning? Did I video this morning? I don't know. It's the 20th, 11 days out. Have I said 11 days out today? I don't know. Y'all, I'm hanging by a thread. Anyway, I trained this morning. If I did not, yes, because I said I was 132.7 and I had to poop my stomach. I said all that stuff. I did poop at the gym today, so I feel much better. And I definitely think that tomorrow I'll be back to like my normal weight. Anyway, so that's not what I'm here for. I gotta chime in. I've already chimed in all the comments. This is why my ass doesn't need to be on Instagram this close to the show, just because I just get in there. I should have just missed this whole conversation. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's increasing prize money again for open bodybuilders are going to make, the winner's going to make $750,000. So he's increased the open bodybuilding prize money again, so that he can attract the best bodybuilders, right? And everyone's like, when are you going to increase the money for the other division? So first of all, Ali, the winner of men's physique this past year, he said, I will never do the Arnold again. One, because Arnold was hating on our division. And two, I barely make any money from this show. We don't make enough money, right? So Ali has already said it. But then, of course, all of the women's divisions are like, we don't make, how are you going to pay one single individual $750,000? You're raising that prize money by $250,000 for one person is getting $250,000 more, when you can't even throw another $5,000 to an entire division, to the women's division. So anyway, so Linda Murray, and if you've already seen this, obviously you already know this, but I'm just like giving the recap, right? Linda Murray starts doing the math, and she's like, yo, third place open bodybuilder made $100,000, which she was inaccurate. She said, I think it's $100,000. She's like, the third place bodybuilder made $100,000. That one single bodybuilder has made more money than every single female prize winner of the entire show. And then she did by following. This one single bodybuilder has this many followers compared to the total following of all of those women is way more than that, right? So Andrew Jack gets his panties in a bunch and takes it as a personal attack on him. He's like, first of all, this is how much money I made. So she said 100 and I think it was 75. First of all, it was 75. And also after taxes, first off, nobody's talking about your taxes, because we're talking about how much money the promoter is willing to give. It's not about how much money you took home. So first of all, it's not about that. You're bringing other things into this argument that have nothing to do with the argument. Second of all, yes, she was wrong about the number. She embellished, she exaggerated, or was just wrong about how much money you make. Even at $75,000, one single individual still made more money than, let's say, 75% of every single female prize winner. One single individual. And so Andrew Jack is getting all bent out of shape, and he's like, I mean this, and I'm like, it's not about you, Andrew. It could have been anyone. She just used you because you are the person that got third place. And people are like, yeah, well, she said his name, because I'm in the comments. I'm like, he's missing the point. This isn't even about him. They're like, well, she said his name. She mentioned him by name. It is about him. I said, no, it's not about him, because Arnold already decided on third place prize money before it was Andrew Jack. So it's not about how much money Andrew Jack made. It's about how much money Arnold Schwarzenegger was willing to give to third place open bodybuilder compared to the total that he was willing to give to every single woman. And Andrew's turning this into a thing about Andrew. And I'm like, it's literally not about you. Like, yes, she used your name and your numbers, but the whole point is that Arnold is saying we are paying open because they bring the most viewers, when the reality is that Arnold is giving third place to open, again, no matter who it is, it's still a third place single individual, more money than he is giving damn near the entire competition of women. And when you count out followers, there is no third place winner who has more following on their own than the total sum of the female competitors, of the women competitors, and not even of the women competitors, of the women prize money winners. And if you're going to do it based on who's bringing viewers, again, Classic has been making this. Why isn't Classic making more money? Why isn't Classic making more money? There's standing room only during Classic. And they're like, yeah, that's just because of C-Bum. It doesn't matter. While C-Bum was competing, the prize money should have been higher then. Like, C-Bum has the biggest following out of any bodybuilder, I'm pretty sure. Maybe Taylor. If we're going to do it based on that, Little T, how much money is she bringing? How many views is she bringing? Like, so anyway, I'm just like super irritated. Honestly, the money discrepancy doesn't bother me that much. Like, it does bother me, but it's not like I'm willing to like go get up here and like be like, this is what you should be doing. Like, pretty much none of us do this for the money, right? I mean, kind of, but like not really, right? Nobody's making a living off of bodybuilding unless you're in that top tier. The point is that if you're willing to throw $250,000 just to the winner, plus the extra however much money you're throwing down now also to second, third, fourth, fifth place open bodybuilders, like you're giving more to the fifth place bodybuilder than you're giving to the winning men's physique, classic physique, bikini, wellness, fitness. If fifth place open is making more than the winner in any other category, and I actually don't know this, y'all, I didn't check the numbers, don't fact check me, but the point is just that the gap is so unbelievably big and they keep throwing money. Of course you're getting the most views in open bodybuilding. That's the only division that you care about truly bringing the top talent. I bet if you threw more money at fitness, I bet if you threw more money at bikini, I bet if you threw more money at classic, because guess what? People are taking time off. They're skipping the Arnold because they want to be better for the Olympia. Allison, Derek only did the Olympia or the Arnold this year. He skipped it last year. Missy Truscott stopped doing the Arnold. People are skipping the Arnold because they want to be better at the Olympia. If the Arnold paid more across all of the divisions, you would see that top talent also do the Arnold. So don't say, well, yeah, nobody's watching these other divisions. And I'm not like obviously discounting the people who do the Arnold. Like, I consider myself some of the top talent in fitness, but ultimately I'm going to get significantly less views than Taylor. But I guarantee you, if they said, hey, fitness, we're going to give you $75,000 for the winner and 50 to second and 25 to third, I guarantee you Taylor would find a way to cut her off season short and get on that stage. You are not making it worth it for the top talent to be at your show because you're not paying them money. And then you're wondering, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, of course you're seeing the top talent in open bodybuilding. You're paying them $1 million. And then the last thing, because I'm here, I got to get Reagan for school, is you have no metrics. You're saying, yeah, well, we sell the most tickets to open bodybuilding. How do you know? Whenever I purchase a ticket for these shows, I don't click what division I'm watching for. Whenever I buy a live stream, I don't tell you which division or which athlete I'm watching for. So how do you know? You are just purely basing it on assumption that you think there's more people showing up for these divisions. When I think of, again, I think of fitness. Fitness goes on the same day as open bodybuilding. Well, open bodybuilding obviously goes on both days, but like, I'm just thinking, Jacqueline Baker brings a whole army of people. Jacqueline Baker herself probably sells 10 to 15 tickets just to watch her. Again, how many live streams or live tickets is Taylor selling? How many live streams are each of these other divisions selling? But they just see this uptick in tickets and they're like, yeah, see, open bodybuilding, it's because open bodybuilding. No, that 30 tickets, actually, that 40 tickets, that 50 tickets actually were fitness tickets, and you're just deciding it's for open bodybuilding just because you just decided, yeah, see, look, we sold more tickets, it's because of open. Van Pro got rid of open. You want to know why? Because she wasn't a sellout show. But like, anyway, it's just frustrating because people, sorry, I need more coffee. They're using nothing but their ego to decide and to make decisions and to make responses and to, like, nothing but ego. And they're like, someone's like, here's a metric for you, AG Fit Mom. They're like, Pittsburgh, Saturday was men, Sunday was women, and Sunday had less people in the audience. Yeah, because it was a Sunday show and they didn't have the next day off. Sunday shows always have less people. It was the same thing at Chicago Pro. When Chicago Pro, I don't know if Chicago is 2 days or 1 day now, but like, it wasn't just men's and women. It was like bikini and this division on Saturday and these divisions on Sunday. Sunday is always slower. So you can't just say it's because of the men. Put the men on Sunday and put the women on Saturday and see how your ticket sales change. So anyway, that's it. I got to pick up Reagan. Okay, everybody, good afternoon. Oops, I forgot to stop my watch 20 minutes ago. Still Monday, or whatever day it is. What day is it? Still Tuesday. This is going to be my last clip because my last two clips have been 10 minutes long. So that already puts me at 20 minutes for this video, plus whatever I talked about before that. So this is going to be the end. You're getting a midweek drop. Then you're going to get one more video before peak week. You guys, I am so shook. Anyway, ran a full out today with my tumbling, y'all. I'm on my way up. It's part of my music. It was very good, but let me tell you, it almost sent me into cardiac arrest because I was trying to do it as full out as possible. I talked about it after Emerald when I was like, you know, you don't realize how tentative you are during your practice until you compete and you have all these bumps and bruises because you like do everything to its max capacity, like all of your bounding skills, all of your like you do all of that on stage as like full out as possible, and then you're like, wow, my hands hurt and this and that and things that don't happen during practice, and you don't realize that you're not really going at 100 during practice until you do go at 100 on stage. Today, I like truly went at 100. Besides my full, I don't do my full until I compete. That's the only time I do my full is while I'm competing. But I did a roundabout can tuck, and everything else, it was good. It was the best, like total run. Like if I had to put any of the routines of this routine, so my Arnold version, my Emerald version, and any other practice version I've ever done, the one that I did today would be the one. It was that good. Now, the scary thing about that is that like you have to duplicate it, right? Like it doesn't matter if my best one was today. It's going to matter if my best one was May 31st. But if I can do this today, because I did see like 2 things that I'm like, oh, that I want to fix that for next time. If I can do what I did plus a little bit better on the 2 things that I saw, if I can do that in a couple days, and then I can do it just a little bit better the next time, and then a little bit better on stage, like the more of these perfect runs I can get, the better. So you can't sleep on it once you've done it perfect. Like I would be so happy to put this on stage, but it wasn't on stage. So I just have to get the reps under my belt. So anyway, that's the end of this video, y'all. I can't believe we're 11 days out. That is freaking crazy. That is, why am I so shook over this? I'm terrified. I'm not terrified, but it's just like, you know, you get those like pre-show jitters, and I think they're just so much bigger for fitness because it's not just how am I going to look compared to other people. You also have the jitters of like, how am I actually going to perform? Am I actually going to hit these skills? Am I actually going to do what I wanted to do? And especially, just so you know, Legion competitors, I think I mentioned it before, Reno is at a pretty high altitude, so like consider that in your training. You're going to be more tired. I mean, at this point it's a little too late to like really get in better condition for that, but that's actually one reason I said I would never do the show again. I said I would never do Legion again because the stage was hard and because the altitude is high. Anyway, here I am back at Legion. The stage is still going to be hard, but they said they're putting carpet on it. The altitude is the altitude, but you know what? Everybody has to deal with it, so let's do it. F it, we ball. So that's all. Thank you guys for your support as usual. I assume if you watch this entire video, you are into it. So let's just subscribe. And I think that's it. I'll see you in the next one, you guys.